Okay, hey guys again. So we're gonna review the pack that just came out. That was the Spanish League Attackers pack. So we packed Kluivert and Saviola, and we packed Vinicius as well. We just haven't packed Figo, and we'll try pack Figo probably before Thursday or probably before Monday. So I'm just going to tell you how I'm going to level him 100%. And then I'm going to show you guys how I've leveled my other players. And then I'm going to show you alternate levels as well, which I've seen, which are very good as well. So we played a few games. We played with Saviola, as you can see. This is how I've leveled him. We went 8 in shooting, 8 in dribbling, 8 in dexterity, 8 in lower body, and 8 in aerial. Now, the reason I went 8 in aerial is because, as you can see, he's a really small striker. Only 168 centimeters, so he's really small. And yeah, so me personally, I think he might be the worst player in the pack. And that's a big reach, but again, I'll explain. I don't think he's worth it, and I'll explain why as well. We'll get back to that. We have Kluivert. Wait, can I show Saviola, as you can see, we played 19 games, 11 goals, 6 assists. Kluivert as well. This is how I leveled him. Really good, really good. We went 18 games, 13 goals, 4 assists. This is how I leveled him. I went 8 in shooting, 2 in passing, 8 in dribbling, 8 in dexterity, 8 in aerial, and 8 in lower body. Really good card. Now, I'm going to show you guys an alternative way of leveling them. If I just go on eFootball Hub. Right, so just bear with me. Right, on eFootball Hub, we have a Kluivert, who is for those of you that don't know, this Kluivert is actually a deep lying forward compared to the other ones who were actually target men. Now, for Kluivert, you could decide. Sorry, not Kluivert. For Saviola. Sorry, for Saviola. Saviola is a goal poacher. So as you guys have seen my leveling. I'm just going to show you guys one more time. My Saviola is balanced. He can shoot, dribble, kind of pass. He can hold the ball off slightly, and he's quick. Now, the reason why I didn't rate Saviola is literally because of one thing and one thing only. His weak foot usage. His weak foot accuracy, sorry, is only medium. As a goal poacher, where you barely get opportunities to run in front of goal, if you play him on the left side, it's pretty much an L. Actually, on the left side is all right. In a single striker formation is probably where I'd recommend him if you don't give him the skills I'm going to mention shortly. So I definitely recommend him in a single striker formation. If you play a 2-striker formation, I'd recommend playing him on the right. For some reason, he seems to be really good on the right. On the left, he's okay as well, but I recommend playing him on the right. Now, again, I'll show you his leveling. This is how I've leveled him. Now I'm going to show you an alternate method of leveling him. So we are going to go We put this up. We're going to go 6 in shooting. And we are going to go 9 in dribbling. Sorry, 9 in dribbling. 8 in dexterity. 12 in lower body strength. And 1 in physical contact. Now with the booster, he gets 95 speed, 90 acceleration, 86 kicking power, good dribbling, good finishing, and the same offensive awareness. Now, the only reason why I've recommended this build versus my build is if you are trying to shoot and you notice his shots are very weak. Because as you can see, this Saviola has 86 kicking power, whereas my one has exactly 82 kicking power. So you can see the difference in kicking power, and I think that's a big thing with this Saviola. But then again, if you are throwing on most of the time, you're going to be hitting outside the foot curlers, or you're going to be smacking it across goal anyway. So it's probably not a big thing, but I have noticed that with him. So yeah. But in terms of skills, what I'd highly recommend on Saviola is because his weak foot is not the greatest, and that's the downside of this card, I'd highly recommend number 1 skill, which is very important, outside curler. I'd give him outside curler, soul control. Then in terms of shooting, he seems to have everything already, so it's up to you. I give him fighting spirit. Probably through pass and 1-touch pass. It's up to you. That's what I think I'd go for. So the skills I mentioned are outside curler, soul control, 3 passing, 1-touch pass, and fighting spirit as the last skill. Or if you don't want to use fighting spirit, you could go long range shooting. Up to you as well. I think that's enough for him. If I had to give him a rating out of 10, I'd probably give him a 6. I don't think he's better than Mbappe, especially if you've got a big time Mbappe or a showtime Mbappe. I believe the big time Mbappe, if we compare, is better in everything apart from maybe tie possession, about the same. Finishing, he's quicker, more curl on the big time, on the showtime Mbappe, more kicking power. And then the most important thing is the weak foot. As you can see, Mbappe has high weak foot compared to Saviola's medium weak foot. So that's kind of a downside on Saviola. I'd say with the skills I've mentioned, you could probably bump him to an 8 out of 10. But I think you're good. If you have Mbappe, you're good. Does the same job, in my opinion. Even GP Mbappe does the same job. Player of the week. I wouldn't worry about Saviola if you've got an Mbappe. The next person in the pack is Kluivert. Now, Kluivert really surprised me because of 2 things. On the ball, he was very strong. Like, I'm talking about headers. He was winning headers for me. Like, I was up against Rudiger, like really strong CBs, and he was able to hold him off. And I think that might be because of as I mentioned, the physical contact, the high ball control, and the tight possession. And then obviously, he has good heading. But I think those stats really help this card. Because you barely see a deep lying forward, apart from Messi and maybe Benzema. In fact, Benzema I don't think has the strength. But the big time deep lying forward Messi is the only other card I know that has really high physical contact, really high ball control, and really high tight possession, as well as being having a decent speed. I think these are the only two cards who have that at the moment. So I'd say this is probably one of the rare cards you can get in the game right now, because as I mentioned before, the other Kluivert is a target man. So yeah, and a plus side on this card compared to Saviola is he has a very high weak for accuracy, which is another bonus compared to Saviola or other deep lying forwards, because he has very high weak foot. Now, in terms of skills, I would add to him. I'd add, let's see, number 1, I'd say fighting spirit, because he's got the strength, the contact, and good tight possession. So I'd recommend fighting spirit as number 1. Then I'd recommend through passing, number 2. And then I'd recommend soul control, just because I mentioned I always use soul control. Number 3, long range curler. He needs long range curler. Long range curler, and then the other 2 would probably be let's see. So I said 1 touch. He only has 1 touch, so 3 passing, long range curler, soul control. That's 2. That's 3. Sorry, remaining 2 left. Again, I think he's got all this. Maybe double touch as a deep lying forward. Double touch could help. That's 4. And then last skill, aerial superiority. Like, you add that, crazy. So aerial superiority, big. That could be like huge. So me personally, I'd go aerial superiority, fighting spirit, through passing because it's deep lying forward, soul control, and then double touch. So that is 5, right? So we went aerial superiority, fighting spirit, through passing, soul control, double touch. That's 5. I think those skills would be highly useful on this card. I think that would take him from because right, I'll be real, out the box he was like an 8. That could take him to a 9. Very good striker. I think probably one of the most underrated strikers you're probably gonna get as a deep lying forward, and he's got decent passing as well. So I definitely recommend him. Vinicius, I don't think there's any point on reviewing him. I mean, I'll be real, Vinicius, they all feel the same. Quick. This one's probably one of the best ones you can get, if not for the player of the week. This is probably the best Vinicius you can get at the moment. If you missed out on the momentum dribbling one and you didn't get a player of the week, this is probably the best Vinny you can get. Now, in terms of Figo, I'm going to show you guys Figo. So Figo, if I just show you guys, this is how I'm going to level Figo, 100%. I promise you guys I'm going to level him. So I'm going to go 8 in shooting, 8 in passing, 8 in dribbling, 8 in dexterity, 8 in lower body. This is 100% how I'm going to level Figo. 1, because he has good dribbling already. So with my manager boost, it will get tight possession to 97. Again, he's got pinpoint crossing, outside curler, first time shot, long range curler. So the curl, I went really high on the curl for this. And then he's got lofted pass and short passing for this. He's got good kicking power, good stamina. So this is the build I'm going to go for. However, if you want another build, I will show you that now. You could go 3 in shooting. You could go 1 in passing. You could go 10 in dribbling. You could go 10 in dexterity. And you could go 10 in lower body and 2 in aerial. I think this is also another good build. This gets you to a 103. So therefore he's got the pace of a winger. Physical contact 70, which is good. Balance really good. Stamina really good. Really high dribbling. Decent passing and decent shooting. This is also a very good build. So it's personal preference. You could go for a really pacey Figo who's 100% a winger. I wouldn't play this as a striker or a second striker. You could go for this. This is 100% a winger build. Maybe a second striker, depends. Or you could go for the build I mentioned before, which is probably what I'm going to go for. So he's balanced in everything. And then 8 in passing, and then 8 in shooting. So with this build, he can play second striker, cam, right wing, left mid, right mid. With this build, he can play everywhere. Whereas with the other build I mentioned, he can only play as a winger, in my opinion. And yeah. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think this might be the best player in the pack, Figo. I haven't got him yet, but I will get him. But I believe this will be the best player in the pack. Followed by Kluivert, and then followed by Vinicius, then followed by Saviola. In terms of skills for Figo, I'd probably go acrobatic finishing, cut behind and turn, weighted pass, through passing, already has that. Low lofted pass, up to you. Already has first time shot, which is great. Long range shooting, and probably fighting spirit. But yeah, a really good player. Maybe even a shooting trait, maybe dipping shot, just to give him some form of variation with his shots. You could do that as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.